Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ha-Rakakwadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright. So today's lesson, I'm going to go in on this article that I came across, and just going in on the demons that jump on people, and also, who is it that puts those demons on us, And when you answer the question, the answer is Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushai is the one who puts demons on you, and he allows you to wicked and evil spirits to come on. Generally everybody, that's why we always have to be in this truth to counteract that those demons and those wicked spirits. So the article, it says Starbucks barista fired after a fight with customer inside a Philadelphia store. So apparently when I first saw this, I said, oh, okay, these two dudes got in a fight at Starbucks. Then I started reading the article, and let's read it. It says, an employee and customer reportedly got into a fight inside a Philadelphia Starbucks over the weekend. So when they're saying fight, they're not talking about an argument. They're talking about a physical fight. These two people at Starbucks got into a fight. The person who was working and the person who was ordering, right? Let's read it. The customer, who didn't want to be identified, told local NBC affiliate WCAU that the employee made her drinks, so it was a woman, made her drinks incorrectly, and the argument escalated from there. They were made wrong, so I asked him to remake it, and he caught an attitude, she told WCAU. When he remade it, he had an attitude about it, filled my cup halfway with caramel and slammed it on the counter. She asked to speak to a manager but was told no one was around. Then the employee hit her in the face with a rag, she said. So it was two. It was a man and a woman, right? The guy working was a man, and then the lady ordering was a woman. It says, he took his wet rag, smacked me in the face with it, and swung at me, she said. And for all we know, this lady's lying her ass off, It says, so we started fighting. I was shocked for a second. Then he swung at me, so I swung back. The employee, identified as Robert Frieda, said it was actually the customer who started the fight. He also denied hitting her with a rag. I waved a wet rag in her face that I had in my hand, he said, not trying to hit her or anything, and she proceeded to jump across the counter, swinging at me, and at that point my fight or flight response kicked in. He added that he was injured from the fight. I have a black eye, he told the outlet. I have contusions here, marks on my body here. If anybody was left with more damage, it was me. Alright, so I'm not going to read the whole article, but moral of the story, he got fired, right? So, right, they always have a saying in sales, the customer's always right. So, this dude got fired from his job because of the incident, you see. So now I want to bring out some scriptures just to show you why these kind of things happen, and who is it that's putting the spirit on these people to do these things, right? So I'm going to start out, and first off, and really that would be like considered an evil thing or a bad thing, right? A fight at a Starbucks. So let's start out with Amos 3 and verse 6. And it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushai hath not done it? Alright, so that statement, that verse right there shows you that. It says, shall there be evil in a city? Meaning, the word evil means bad time. So this this Starbucks employee, they call them baristas, and this customer, was that not a bad time for them? You know, they got in a fight over some coffee, you see? But let's read it again, the last part. Shall there be evil in a city, and Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai hath not done it? So the answer to that is Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai is the one who put that evil and those spirits on those people to get all heated up to the point where they were fighting over some damn coffee. All right, let's get the precept. Isaiah 45:7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. And this is Yahawah. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahawah, do all these things. So not only does Yahawah create the peace, but he also creates the evil. All right. So remember, the word evil means bad time. So those two people in the article that I read, that would be considered a bad time. And who is the one who put the spirit on them to do that? It was Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai, because he creates the evil and the peace. Let's get more proof. We're going to go to 1 Samuel, verse 16, and I'll start at 14. It says, But the spirit of Yahawah departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from Yahawah troubled him. Okay, so when you get in a fight and you're in that type of setting, you know, you're at a Starbucks and next thing you know, you're fighting the fucking person making your coffee. Well, those are evil spirits, are they not? So, just like in this verse I'm reading, where Saul, who was the king of Israel at one point, you know, he had an evil spirit on him, and it tells you right here that Yahawah, it was from Yahawah. Let me read it again. 1 Samuel 16:14. But the spirit of Yahawah departed from Saul. So first off, the spirit, meaning the Lord was not with Saul at this point. And it says, and an evil spirit from Yahawah troubled him. So that's like an example today would be like depression. If you're vexed and your soul is vexed and you lose sleep because you're depressed, or you got your mind is racing, you're thinking about all these other things that are happening and they're out of your control, but yet you lose sleep because of that'd be like a vexed spirit, right? You can't even sleep. So that's the same thing. This spirit was troubling Saul. And let me read it again. And an evil spirit from Yahawah troubled him. So whenever you have a bad, let me just put it to you like this. If you're depressed, well, guess who has you depressed? Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. They got you in that spirit. If you're having a badass day or nothing's going right, and you just, you know what I'm saying, one of them days, like they say in the world, you having one of them days, well, guess who's doing it to you? It's Yahawah. All right? Let me keep reading. And verse 15. And Saul's servants said unto him, Behold now, an evil spirit from Yahawah troubleth thee. Even his servants knew. They said, this evil spirit from Yahawah troubles you. See? It says, Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on an harp. And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from Yahawah is upon thee, he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well. So this is a good example of in this case, music. See, so when you're feeling depressed or sad or lonely or whatever, you having a bad day, just music alone can help you, because the music can change your spirit, you know. You put on an upbeat song, next thing you know, you're kind of bobbing your head, you're kind of snapping your fingers, dancing a little bit in your car or wherever you're home. And it's because the music, right? It's kind of taking your mind off of whatever was on it before. So this is the same thing with Saul. That's what his servants are saying. Hey, let's go get somebody who could play some music for you and change your mood, is what's happening. So that's the power of music, man. Even Esau knows that. That's why he puts all his wickedness in his entertainment. Because he knows that our people are going to listen to that music and it's going to put different spirits on them. You see? So this is verse 17. That's why you got to be careful, like what music you listening to. You know what I mean? And it's not like rocket science. If you're listening to some wicked ass music, your spirit knows that. If you're listening to some good music, hey, your spirit knows that too. See? But the point is, again, Yahawah B'Shem Yahshai is the one who puts the spirits on everybody to do what they're doing. So the fight at Starbucks, well, guess what? That was about Yahawah B'Shem Yahshai putting that spirit on them people. Let me jump down to verse 23. And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from Yahawah was upon Saul, that David took an harp, which is an instrument, and played with his hand. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. All right? So just the music alone. Now, it's King David. He was good on the harp. You know what I'm saying? King David was doing his thing on the harp, and it made the spirit from Saul. It says right here, and he was well and he was refreshed. And the evil spirit departed from him. See, so we have to be able to recognize when these spirits come on us. And when they come on us, then you better be in that spirit of Yahawah B'Shem Yahshai, lest that spirit get the best of you, you know? And you like those people in Starbucks. They end up getting a fight. Dude lost his job because he got his ass kicked by a woman who allegedly jumped over the counter and whooped his ass because he didn't make her drinks right. And then they both had those spirits were on them. You see? Let me get another verse out of Matthew to Precept. This is talking about demons that jump on people, right? Because you believe it or not, demons are these wicked spirits that they'll jump on your ass. And if you don't know how to handle them, you don't know how to rebuke them, then you're going to get overtaken by these demons and these spirits. All right? So that's one of the things in this truth we learn, right? We learn how to rebuke the spirits and the demons. We say, hey, in the name of Yahawah B'Shem Yahshai, you know, this spirit, get this fucking spirit off me. You know? You try it out. Call on those names next time you have a wicked spirit on you. And see what happens and you call on those names. This is Matthew 17 and verse 14. And when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic and sore vexed, for oft times he falleth into the fire and oft into the water. And I brought him to the disciples, and they could not cure him. And Yahushua answered and said, O faithless generation, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. And let's keep reading. Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, Why could not we cast him out? So you have a demon on you and it doesn't go away when you cast out in those names? It's because you're not being sincere. Let's read it. Verse 20. And Yahushua said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. See, so it was because of their lack of faith, their unbelief. If you're calling on the names of Yahawah B'Shem Yahshai in vanity, and you're not being sincere, then that demon's not going nowhere, you know? Let me go to Proverbs, okay? Because that's what it is, though. This dude this boy had a demon on him, and the father had to bring him to Yahushua. Yahushua was like, hey, it's because they weren't being sincere. They didn't believe that they could cast this demon out. So it goes into faith, man. But again, those spirits and those demons, they're going to jump on people, and they're going to be on people that are around you. And again, you got to learn and you got to be sincere in this truth. Otherwise, you ain't going to be able to rebuke no demons. See? But everything is of Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. The evil and the good and the peace and the, everything. Go to Proverbs 16:9. And it reads, a man's mind deviseth his way, but Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai directeth his steps. So who directs our steps? Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. Who took that lady to Starbucks to have an attitude and an altercation and eventually a fight with that barista at Starbucks? It was Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai that directed her steps. Not only his steps, but also hers to everybody. It just says his steps because the Bible is very masculine, but this is talking about all people, not just men. All right. So let's go to Proverbs 20:24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right. So a man's goings, meaning wherever he goes, everything he does, it's of Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. How can you understand your own way? This shows you there's no free will. Like that lady and that Starbucks employee, they might think they had free will. They may think they had the option to not fight or to fight. But no, it was Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai that put the spirit on them to escalate to a fight. See? Let's go to Matthew 10, and I'm going to start at 29. Because Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai, He creates the good and the evil, like we read in Isaiah 45:7. All right, Amos 3:6. Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord not done it? Everything that happens is because of Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. He controls everything, man. We're just the extras in the movie, or actually, I would say the heathen and the 2/3 are the extras. All right? The elect, the prophets, those are the main characters. But the heathen and the 2/3, they'd be like extras in a movie, killing that there's no free will, man. Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai dictates everything we do. He directs our steps. A man's goings are of the Lord, all right? Like the 2 verses we read in Proverbs. All right? So this is Matthew 10:29. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? So this is talking about 2 birds, right? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. So what Yahushua is saying right here is, hey, everything that happens is from Yahawah. Even if a small little bird falls out the sky to its death, well, guess what? It was Yahawah. He's the one who caused that bird to die. Everything. Okay. And this last verse I'm going to bring out is just because you got these butch women, and I don't know. They didn't have pictures of the 2 people that were in the altercation in Starbucks. But when I read it, first thing I assumed was it was 2 men. Then when I started reading it, I said, oh, and I started picturing this butch bitch or something, or some dyke or whatever, you know what I mean? But they didn't have pictures, so whatever. But the moral of the story is, this is the spirit that these women are coming in right now. And who's putting that spirit on them? Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. It's putting a spirit on these women that they can fight men. All right, and it's going to be to their demise when Jacob trouble happens, because there's not going to be no protection for for women who act like they can, fight men, So let's go to Jeremiah 31 and 22. It says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?" The backsliding daughter he's talking about is Israel, Jerusalem, Zion. Okay? "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushai hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man." All right? So that's why you see this. Like in the olden days, you would have never read an article like this, man. Because people knew their roles. Men and women knew their roles better. Now, because we're in Babylon, which means confusion, the roles are all out of whack. You got men who want to be women. You got women who want to be men. You got men who, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy, he said he was the one who was beat up. He said, "I have a black eye. I'm the one who took the most damage." But that's that verse coming to pass. A woman shall compass a man. And again, and at the end of the day, who is it that's putting all of these different spirits on these people? It's Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushai is doing it. And ultimately, he's going to put the spirit on Esau Edom to, to come with great wrath towards you Israelites. And it's coming soon. This place is getting to the point where it's just the harvest is ready, man. It's ripe. So that word compass, when you go into it, it means to go around. So let me read it again at the last part. Well, let me read the last part of that verse. Jeremiah 31 and 22. "For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man." So that means like a woman will go around a man, meaning go around to him and take the lead, or go around him and, you know what I'm saying? Like she wants to be the man now. She wants, like in this article we read in Starbucks, I'm willing to bet my money that woman is the one who went after him. She got pissed off, got mad, jumped over that counter. He probably gave her the business a little bit, but then realized, oh shit, this is a woman I'm fighting. And she was still trying to get at him. Because when a woman is upset, man, and when they get mad, look out. All right? You ain't going to be able to stop her in her tracks. Not if she's not, especially like we read that the boy with the demon on him, that his dad said he was a lunatic. That word lunatic, it goes into being controlled by the moon. So you have people that say, "Oh, it's a full moon. I act crazy on a full moon." Oh, those are lunatics. They're real. It's a real thing. And really, it's a demon. If you're controlled by the moon, then you got demons on you, man. Plain and simple. This woman, she was probably a lunatic. She was, but that goes into a woman shall compass a man. I mean, she went around. It didn't matter that she didn't care about the genders. She just wanted to get in his ass and fuck him up while he was working, making her coffee and shit. So, just wanted to bring out that lesson because, being in this truth, every time you read an article or you watch the news, you look at everything with a spiritual eye, and you can basically tie everything, each and everything you see, articles you read, news clips that you see, you could tie it all into the scriptures, man. So, with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahawah, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Ha-Rakak-Wadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity. Shalom to the elect.